Hey everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Fucking Easy Food Prep. I am without my sidekick Mel. She's off gallivanting around Melbourne this week and weekend, or I should say the end of the week, with some of the ladies from the WinAtLife program. So I'm sure she's going to have an awesome time. So this week I am making mango panna cotta because I was racking my bloody brains for a rumble recipe without the biscuits. And I honestly stood in fucking Woolworths for about half an hour just thinking, fuck, what can I, anyway, I ended up thinking, I couldn't think of anything. So mangoes are in season and it's hot and I do like panna cotta. So this is a pretty simple, easy recipe. And for the gelatin, I'm just using the Great Lakes non-hydrolyzed gelatin, and you can buy this one off iHerb and it'll just last forever. I have that in the cupboard and use it for anything like this. So in this recipe, we have a cup of blended mango, 125 grams of white sugar, 1 cup of light coconut cream. I've just got the AYAM, it's good because it's got no shit in it. 1 1/4 cups of cream. I've got some, it smells so yummy, vanilla essence, like beans, which is really nice, and a little pinch of salt. So first things first is you just want to put, I've already measured out here. Put this in a bowl, the coconut cream, and then sprinkle over 1.5 teaspoons of the gelatin powder. Let's see if I don't bloody spill this everywhere. We'll just let that sit. So we'll go up, 1.5. Ah, fuck it, we'll just make it 2. That'll make it easy. I think that'll be enough. So we'll just, let that sit like that. And then in a pan or a pot, you just want to add the cream and the sugar, which I've already measured out here. So 1/2 cup of sugar. Yum. And we are just going to bring that to the boil so that the sugar actually dissolves. So I'm just going to turn that right up. And you could probably be a bit more fancy than me and get some like little ramekins and pour them in, but I sort of fucking forgot about that when I was at the shops. I didn't have any, so I'm just going to do mine in one big pot like this, glass container, and then put it in the fridge, and then I'll just slice it up. So I'm just gonna heat this up. You probably don't want to have it on too high. I'm not sure if I've got it on too high. So you basically just want to dissolve the sugar and bring it to the boil. So I should probably turn that down a little bit. It's a little bit hot. Just don't want to boil that. And you can use either fresh mangoes or frozen. Now I just had some frozen ones in there, but mangoes are in season now, which is so awesome. So I just usually try and eat, like I'll eat a lot of fruit and I drink a lot of juice. So I just try and eat whatever fruit is in season, and always try and go for really ripe fruit, so as sweet as possible. What have I been getting into at the moment? Cherries and stone fruit are coming back in, which is so awesome because I just love cherries and stone fruit. They're so amazing. Strawberries are just sort of coming out now. Mangoes are coming in, which is amazing. And the weather's so nice and hot. So I'm just really stirring this vigorously until I can see now it's coming to a gentle simmer. So I'll just turn it down a little bit because I think I've got it too high. God, I love cream. It's so amazing. God, to think that I used to bloody live off fucking green vegetables and nuts and seeds. I was talking to a client this week, and you know, she was just, she did the standard 1200 calorie diet. She's in her 40s, and she just found that everything that she did, you know, previously in her 20s, she couldn't do anymore. And I think that, you know, you obviously your metabolism, and you got younger, you're a lot more robust, so you can, you know, you can cop a bit of a hiding in your 20s and still recover. Like I used to take a heap of drugs and drink heaps of booze, and I'd go out all night and party, and I'd be sweet the next day, and I'd go to work. Now I'm like, oh God, I can't even imagine doing that now. It'd fucking kill me. But yeah, you know, as you get older, I think it gets harder and harder, and the things that you used to do that got you into shape don't work anymore, and then you start to get digestive issues, your period's all shit, you know, painful and irregular, and yeah, it just all goes downhill. So that's come to the boil now, and it's just lightly simmering. So now you just want to add the gelatin and the coconut milk into that. And then we're just going to stir that in. So we'll just stir that in, and you just want that to be gently simmering, and you want that to simmer probably for about 5 minutes. So we'll just we'll just stir this while we let it. Oh, it's yum! It's going to be yum. And yeah, so she basically everything she did previously just wasn't working, and she was taking sleeping tablets to sleep every night. She has 4 kids. And since being on the program, she's now eating, she's only small too, like 57 kilos, eating 2,000 calories, cut all her training back, sleeping through the night, no digestive issues, and she's just feeling amazing again, as you do when you actually eat food, more food and food you enjoy. So yeah, it's just, ladies, you've got to stop killing yourself with the bloody green vegetables and the cardio. And it's really funny, like I was on bloody Instagram and just replying to some comments, you know, I get some nasty ones. And this one lady, it wasn't nasty, she was just tagging someone saying, oh, follow this chick, her approach is revolutionary. And I was thinking, fuck, like it's really not revolutionary. It's just, we eat the food that our grandparents used to eat. So, you know, I remember going to my grandma who's now 90, and she would make us, she would squeeze orange juice and drain the pulp, and she'd pour it over pawpaw from her garden. She'd cook or pan fry eggs in butter. You know, she never used any of these cheap vegetable oils. We'd have roast meat. She'd make steak and kidney pie, potato, parsnip, pumpkin. She'd cook it in lard. We'd have lots of fruit. She'd make homemade bread. She'd always make us ice cream, like homemade ice cream and custards. And it was just really good quality, delicious, easily digestible food, you know. She wasn't drinking green smoothies and fucking smashing fish oil and all that sort of crap. And it's like people think, oh, this is so revolutionary, but it's just easily digestible food that tastes nice. So like food that you actually enjoy eating. No one really, like people say to me, oh yeah, but I love broccoli. I'm like, no, you don't. I say to them, when you go and have a binge, so when you have one of these epic binges, do you eat plates and plates of broccoli? Do you eat one piece of broccoli? Never. Never do. Of course they don't, because that's not what your body craves. It's like, it's crazy. So this is just simmering away now, and that's, yeah, maybe about 5 minutes, probably enough. So now I'm just going to turn it down a little bit. We'll just turn it to 6. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of the essence, or the vanilla pods, vanilla bean paste it is. But you can just use vanilla essence. I just had this in the cupboard. So I always try and use up stuff that I've already got. So we'll stir that around. And that smells amazing. Actually, that's probably going to be too big because it's not a huge amount. You could probably double this recipe because it's not a huge amount. And then we're going to mix, put the pinch of salt in. It's about a pinch. And then we're going to put the mango in. And we'll stir that around. Oh, it's looking good. And then basically you just want to make sure that that's all stirred in. Just stir that in. Turn it up a little bit again. Now I'm hoping that that's going to be enough gelatin. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll soon find out. Might actually add a little bit more because I don't want it to be soft, but it could be too much. But again, I haven't ever made this before, so I'm like, I'm having a bit of a guess. So I'm a bit of a hack, you know. Everyone knows I'm a bit of a hacky cook. So we'll just really stir that in, stir the mango in. And once that, let's have a taste. Oh, it's so good. It's so sweet too. If you don't, I really like it sweet, but if you like it a little less sweet, you could add probably a little bit less sugar, but it's really yummy and really coconutty. So that's all good to go now. So like I said before, you could get the ramekin dishes and probably put them in. That's probably going to be better. Just trying to think what else. I guess I could probably put it in cups, couldn't I? Oh no, fuck it. I'll just put it in here. So I'm just going to put it in this, and then you're just going to pop it in the fridge. The only bad thing about these pots is the handles. They just get really hot. These are my new ceramic coated pots. So pour that in, chuck that in the fridge, let it cool. I have no idea for how long, because I've never made this. I don't know, maybe like 5 hours or overnight. And then, yeah, you can just eat it fresh. So enjoy that. This is the last fucking easy food prep for 2018. And for those who join our program, can't wait to see you on the other side. And for those who join us in 2019, I will see you then. Have a great Christmas.